Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're taking a look at the new Uncharted for the PlayStation 5. The Uncharted 4, Thieves Legacy, and the Lost Legacy. This is a review. I'm in a game. Just gonna go ahead and show you, some of the gameplay that I'm on Chapter 8 right now. This is, my second playthrough in this game. So, basically, we're looking at, like, the visuals on this thing, man. My goodness, this looks freaking great. Now, I have done a couple of videos. I have made a couple of videos, but, there was, like, some stuff in there that I'm not going to try to draw attention to, because I'm sure this stuff will get patched out, just, like, kind of falling through the floor, stuff like that. Nothing really important, so it's, so I'm not really, so it's not really that big of a deal to me, but, I mean, if I fall through the floor again, gosh dang it, I didn't want to get in a freaking firefight again, man, gosh dang it, not through this video. Okay, so, basically, like, this is freaking, gosh dang, dude, so, yeah, it's kind of hard to talk and fight at the same time, to be completely honest with you. Oh. Come on, Sam, do something good. Shoot these guys. Maybe I should have just waited till after this freaking fight to do the video, but my goodness. I'm going to pick up a machine gun and fight these guys the other way. So basically, yeah, this is what happens in this game. You run around, you fight these guys. It's just, you get into these little situations where, like, you spend a lot of time running around fighting these guys in these little areas. But there's a lot of exploration, a lot of climbing around, stuff like that. So hopefully all these freaking guys are dead. Okay, I think they are. No, there's another one. There's more. They're just spawning everywhere. Come on, Sam. Can you do something for a change? Like, take these guys out. Okay, let's talk about the DualSense, because I'm getting, movement for that. So when I'm running around like this right here, nothing. No DualSense support when you're running around. When you're running around, no DualSense support. But when you roll, yeah, you can feel the roll. But it kind of, like, that feels pretty good. When you jump and you hit the ground, you can feel like the rumble or whatever. It literally feels like regular rumble. Like you would be getting a rumble from the from just a regular thing. It does feel a little more defined. It does. But for the most part, it doesn't necessarily feel any better than... Are you serious? I can't move this thing? Come on, Sam, move. Can't move it because he's standing in the way of it? Are you kidding me? We gotta move this. This has to move. So, this right here, I can feel this with the DualSense right now. Look at the bushes move. Like, this is great. Let me get off of that for a second. You can see, like, the fine movement in the snow when you're walking on it. When you're rolling it, you can see, like, the imprint that he made. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, I like the attention to detail that Naughty Dog puts into their games. Like right here. Nope, I guess we're not going to slide down. Nope, I guess those rocks are broken. They don't want to slide down. Some spots you can shoot the rock up there at the top and you'll see it like cascade all the way down. Like, that looks pretty freaking cool. Let's see. So I mean, like, you can still kind of see like the rocks kind of falling down. So that looks pretty cool. Like the attention to detail in Naughty Dog's games are usually like on point. This here is the best version of this game. Like this is the ultimate version. Like, this looks so freaking good, so clean, so good on 4K TV as well. The HDR looks amazing. This right now I'm playing on my monitor at the 1440p, and it looks freaking great. Holds up really well. Like, the textures in the rock face right here these look freaking phenomenal. I don't necessarily remember them being that detailed, but I can always pull out my older copy and see if it looks like that on that as well. So I like these climbing sections. They're pretty freaking great. Like, this looks pretty good, man. This holds up pretty dang good. If you're wanting this to be it does hold up really good as a PlayStation 5 game, to be completely honest with you. I mean, it could possibly be a little bit better, but like, this holds up. This game actually holds up pretty well. Like, it translates pretty decently. The only real issue I have, and it's not even necessarily an issue. It's like, I really wish that I could play this at 4K 60. You know, I would really love to be able to play this game at 4K 60 frames a second. But that's just, I don't know. That does kind of bug me a little bit that my PlayStation 5 can't do 60 frames a second on this at 4K. I know I'm laughing, but you know, it's true. Like, that does really bug me, that I cannot play this game at 60 frames a second on my PlayStation 5. You'd think the PlayStation 5 would have the power to do that, because a lot of, let me show you what I mean though. Okay, like, if you get right here and you look out, those rock faces right in front of you, like, I don't know if it's just because of the game being like higher resolution now, but you can tell those are billboards. Like, that mountain right there looks like a billboard. Like, you can tell that those are flat billboard textures. This one over here, like, you can tell that those are flat billboard textures. But let's see this right here. See all the rocks, how they start to pile up and move down. It looks pretty cool, but you can also tell that it's a texture just sliding down. Like, there's no tessellation in it. There's the rocks that are obviously, you know, you can move those, but there's no tessellation in these. I mean, all the rocks that move and everything like that looks pretty cool, but I don't understand why this game won't let me do a 4K 60. So I do like the stuff, you know, how it works or whatever, but it's it's definitely pretty cool. And this is like one of the things with Uncharted. I mean, like, this is Uncharted, you know what I mean? Like, it is one heck of a freaking game. There is, from what I can tell, checkerboard rendering in the there is checkerboard rendering in the other game. In the other game. So that's basically the one thing. Before I get into this other fight out again, I'm gonna go ahead and like just finish talking about this. You know, some of the differences that I see. Okay, so I've played all three versions. I played all three modes. I played the 4K mode at 30 frames a second. I played this one right here, what I'm playing right now, the 1440p 60, And I've played the 120 hertz mode. The 120 hertz mode on my 1440p monitor is freaking amazing. Literally freaking amazing. To play this game at 120 frames a second is one heck of a freaking an achievement. I'm not losing any of the graphical fidelity. I'm not losing any of the you're not losing any of the settings. Everything looks great. It looks just like it does now. It does appear like to have a little more fog out in the distance. I mean, this game is definitely like heavily fogged out. So I mean, I know a lot of people are complaining about fog lately, and man, it's in all video games. Like, get over the whole fog thing. This game is solid. It was solid back when I played it. It's solid right now. This is one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games of last generation. It's great. It holds up good. The visuals are great. The character detail is freaking phenomenal. The story in this game was actually pretty freaking cool. Like, I like this one. It takes you on a pretty big journey. Like, I think maybe, I mean, like, you could get through this probably in about 18 hours. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on your play style and whatever level difficulty you play it on. You can definitely get through that. I wouldn't say the puzzles are really hard or anything. Like, they're pretty easy to figure out for the most part. But the story, the characters, the camaraderie between the characters is freaking phenomenal. Like, the way that Nathan Drake interacts with, people that are closer in his life and stuff is pretty cool. Like, it's believable. You get to experience some really cool emotions in this game that I really enjoyed, and I really felt like wow, man, this game is pretty great. Like, I loved this game. I thought it was amazing then. I think it's amazing now, and now it's even better because it looks freaking phenomenal. The visuals on this are great. They hold up extremely well. It really does deserve another look. If you are one of the lucky people that actually still have a copy of this, like a digital copy, you can upgrade it for $10, and you get both games when you upgrade it. So if you have one game and you buy the $10 upgrade, you get both games in one package, all on your PlayStation 5. It's like 60 something gigs or something, but yeah, you get both games minus the multiplayer. There's no multiplayer in Uncharted 4 anymore. Like, they stripped that out, but I mean, this game is great for the story. Here's the thing. If you don't have either of those other two games, and you have a PlayStation 5 and you want to experience this, if you have already bought and beat these games before in the past, there is that real problem that you might run into, like, just being like, oh man, yeah, it looks great and all, but do I really want to play through this again? Because I have that same problem when I buy games that are remastered or whatever. Like, I'm like, yeah, dude, I want to see that looking better. But then when I get them, and then I'm just like, do I really want to go through this again? I mean, was it worth going through this? Well, I'll tell you this. I'm at Chapter 8, and this story has almost been as impactful as it was the first time. I'm taking my time with it. I'm playing around with it. I'm checking things out, of course, but I honestly do believe this. I'm not just saying this. I do think that if you purchase this again, even if you paid the $50 for it, I do think that you would be able to play through these experiences again. Like, I do feel like the new visual upgrades and everything that it brings to this, and the new fluidity of the controls and how it feels on 60 FPS. And I'll tell you what, even playing this at 1440p on your 4K TV looks really dang good. Like, it looks really good. It holds up extremely well at 1440p at 60 frames a second. So you'll probably be just fine playing that at 1440p. It looks sharp still. It looks clean. The visuals are great, but the fluidity of the 60 FPS is so freaking great that you'll really enjoy this experience, and it makes it so much better to go through this. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, the game looks great. The underwater section, like, if you've already played this, I don't want to, but the underwater section, like, if you haven't played this, I'm just going to say underwater section, and like, if you have played this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, toward the beginning of the game. Wow. It is freaking just as beautiful as you remember, and even more so now. So that's what I'm talking about. Like this part right here that I'm at, like if you haven't played this game, like I haven't spoiled anything for you. I haven't showed you any cutscene or anything like that. But you can just see just by looking at this beauty, man. Like this game holds up extremely well. It's got really high attention to detail. I mean, look at those trees. Who couldn't love those beautiful trees? The beautiful freaking vegetation that I'm sitting in right now. It's thick and lush and beautiful. Like that's what I love about these outdoor, experiences. They just look great. There's stealth in this game that you can use to your advantage. You can go around and sneak around and take everybody out. Yeah, I do think that if you haven't played this, yes, definitely buy this. This is extremely worth your $50 as a PlayStation 5 game. You will not go wrong. If you have not played these games and you want to get into them and you want to see what Uncharted's about, this is definitely a solid place to start. You can buy the other 3 games. They have been remastered and they're on the PlayStation 4 as well. You can pick those up and play through those if you want first. But this here is a pretty solid starting point. You don't necessarily need what's happened in the past games to enjoy this game. But I'm telling you, if you've already bought and you've already played these and you want to, like I was just saying a minute ago, there is that real chance that you could possibly get them and waste your money and be like, oh man, yeah, like they look great, but I'm not necessarily in the mood to play them. But I'm telling you, I'm having a good time with it. I'm having a blast. I do plan on streaming some of this game today. Here in a little while, I'll probably stream, from where I'm at. I'm not going to restart it and stream from the beginning. I'll just stream from where I'm at, and we'll just go forward with that. But I'm happy to say, yes, man, this is a solid upgrade. This is a solid game, a solid freaking upgrade. I'm very happy with it. The only thing that really, like I was saying earlier, the only thing that really kind of bugs me is I can't play it at 4K 30. That's not the developer's fault. That is the limitations of the PlayStation 5. I'm not quite sure. I don't quite understand why that would be a problem with the PlayStation 5, because theoretically it's powerful. Like the PlayStation, I've seen Assassin's Creed run on the freaking PlayStation 5. It's a bigger open world game at 60 frames a second and still appear to be, higher resolution. So I don't understand how this game cannot do that, because I mean, even though the visuals look good and everything looks highly detailed and stuff, I would say that Assassin's Creed, has I would say Assassin's Creed is pretty on par, like if not a little bit better than what's going on here. So that's not to take a shot at this. This game looks freaking amazing. It is a beautiful game. So this one does have my stamp of approval, if you even care about my stamp of approval. Like, I mean, why would you? I'm just a video gamer just like you. But I'm telling you, like the main thing with getting a remaster, in my experience, is the fact that, yeah, you're excited, you want to see the upgrades, but are you going to replay it? That's the biggest thing. This is a $50 purchase if you don't have any of the other 2. Is this going to give you your money's worth buying this, or are you just buying it for the visuals, or are you just buying it to support PlayStation or whatever? I definitely think you'll play through this again. At least Uncharted 4. Like, Uncharted 4 is definitely something that once you start playing it, it hooks you. Like, it hooks you. I'm like, ooh, dang, you get hooked right into it and you want to keep playing it. Like, you don't feel like, oh, man, I've already done this before. This ain't great. Because it's always nice to kind of play some games through twice, and this is one of those that I think you'll be just fine with. Unless you've still got your whole save, you can jump through the chapters or whatever. You can do that. Me personally, I restarted it, dude. I got rid of that whole thing. So this is good. It does have my stamp of approval. I think this is great. This is probably one of the better upgrades that I've seen yet, to be completely honest with you. I did like the Ghost of Tsushima, but I think this upgrade is probably a little bit better. You just you do get more with it. You are getting the DualSense support. You're getting native resolution for the most part. except for on Lost Legacy. I feel like that one there has some checkerboard rendering going on with it, and this one here seems to be a native resolution. I can't find that checkerboard artifact in anything like I could in the other game. So that's great. Like, this game here is solid, and I honestly think the Uncharted 4 alone is worth the $49.99. To be completely honest with you, if I didn't have these games already and didn't only have to pay $10, I still would have bought this. So that's my 2 cents on it. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I hope that this could help somebody that's out there that's thinking about it or on the fence, because if you haven't played this, definitely buy this game. It is way worth it. It's long. It's got a lot of story. There's a lot of stuff to do in here. There's so much exploration, so much. I mean, this one here has some bigger open areas too. And it gets good. Like, this game is one heck of a freaking roller coaster in the story. Like, it was good. Like, when I bought this the first time, I couldn't put it down. I sat there and I played all the way through it, and it was phenomenal. So, yeah, pick this game up, give it a play. This is definitely a solid entry on the PlayStation 5 for sure. So, like I said, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.